What's up? It's your boy Sheldon. Back with our first episode. I was about to say back with another episode, but our first official episode of Lessons and Blessings. And now let me tell you, I have been putting this off for a while. For a while. I've got this assignment from the Lord probably in the summer, and I've been putting it off. And I was telling some people about it. Some people that I trust, some people that hold me accountable, and they've been on my back about it. They've been like, "Hey, when the podcast dropping, you said you're just gonna do it. I want that episode." So here we are, episode 1 in the making. So I would like to start off by telling you why I'm starting this podcast. I kind of mentioned it earlier, but God literally told me I need to use my sphere of influence, that being social media, to spread the gospel. And that's pretty much it. And what that entails, spread the gospel, share my testimony, share my journey with Christ over the years, and hopefully that whoever's listening can take something positive away from this. Hopefully they can find Christ from this, and overall just be better from this. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So going on, it's like, wow, I took so long, mentally, for some reason, I was like, man, if I'm gonna do this, it has to be absolutely perfect. It has to be perfect. If it's not perfect, then it's gonna fail, right? And as soon as I start thinking that it's gonna fail if it's not perfect, then these other doubtful thoughts started coming up, such as, oh, you're not good enough, you're not qualified, nobody's gonna listen. Like, what's the point of this? You have no reason to do this. And all those thoughts are not from God, because He wouldn't have given me this assignment and put those thoughts in my mind. That's the enemy trying to persuade me or to distract me from doing this. I ain't gonna lie, he did a real good job, which kept me from doing this for 2 months, and he had me in the first half, not gonna lie, but we coming back stronger in the second. But I think when it comes to us Christians, when we have an assignment from God, why is it so hard for us just to step out in faith and be obedient and say, yes, let's, Lord, I'm gonna do whatever you ask me. And I think it comes from a place of being uncomfortable with either changing your lifestyle or changing the way you do a lot of things. And you have to put yourself out there a little bit more, whatever the case may be. It may stem from a place of being uncomfortable, and that leads to self-doubt, not trusting God enough to have the provision for you to be successful and prosper you in whatever He has you to do. So I want to share a couple verses with y'all today. First one being my favorite verse, Romans 8:28. And we know all things work together for good to those who love God and are called according to His purpose. Right? That gives some encouragement, because if you think about it, if God is calling us to His purpose, and it says that everything's going to work out together, and if you love God, then there's nothing that can go wrong. There's nothing that can go wrong. It will work out if he put you up to it. Now, if you put yourself up to it, I'm not going to say it's going to work. I'm not going to say it's going to fail. But from my own personal experience, when I tended to try to do my own thing away from God's plan, those things never really worked out, or it left me in a place that was where I was much worse off before I started that such thing. So the other verse I want to share is Joshua 1:9. It says, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid, nor be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." And those two verses are just so encouraging, and it's very, very encouraging. If you're listening to this and you're currently on a limbo, God is giving you an assignment, and you're like, I don't know if I'm the one. I don't know if I'm the one. Just think about these two verses and think about, if you weren't the one, then why did He tell you to do something? And He's doing that, 1, to bring glory to His name. 2, you're most likely going to benefit somehow, some form of fashion. Your faith is going to go stronger. You're going to go closer to Him. And honestly, that's all I need personally. Who knows? This podcast can blow up and become monetized, but that's not the goal. It could happen, but that's not the goal. And if you listen to this, let this be your confirmation that, hey, you've been putting something off. Maybe you gotta quit that job, or leave that relationship. You gotta do this or that, and all those things are to get you closer to him. So don't be afraid. Take that leap of faith and go for it. Go for it. Because God is going to be there to catch you, even if you stumble. Because we're all going to stumble. Like, we're not perfect. We suck as people. And that's why he said Jesus. Because he knew we sucked and we needed a savior. And so that's pretty much it. Like, that's why I'm starting this podcast. It's going to be kind of unprofessional for a long time until I truly get comfortable doing this. I'll be honest. People who know me know I'm like a heavily extrovert. I like to talk to people, but like doing this in this setting is a little bit uncomfortable for me. So bear with me. Eventually God is going to see me through it, and he's going to make me into the man I need to be to say the words that he wants me to say effectively, and I'm just going to trust him in it. So what you can expect from me is I will try to drop one episode a week. I would really try to do that once a week. But I'm also a college coach, also in my MBA, so time is limited. So I'll definitely have to make time for it, I would say. But sometimes we do get distracted and it gets hard to do the things we need to do. I'm sure y'all all can understand that. I'll relate to that in some form or fashion. But I would definitely try to drop an episode each week. So please share, give your feedback, things you probably want to hear me talk about. I'll be glad to. I'm open to suggestions. I will link my social medias and email in the description so that you can contact me. And on that note, I just want to thank you guys for listening, and I hope you have a blessed day, night, morning, whatever time you listen to this. I just want to say you look good. That's it. All right, peace.